Let us begin the day with the prayers, salutations, humble surrenders to the Parabrahma Tattva, requesting Him to bless us to desire for Him exclusively, requesting Him to reveal to us. Let us salute the Paramatma with His Ananta Maya Shakti, to bless us with the helpful Maya and take away the Maya which blocks our life, spiritual sadhana, etc. Let us invoke and pray to that Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, and our Gurus, Acharyas to keep us in their minds and keep on guiding us, empowering us, blessing us. Let us also rejoice in the remembrance and gratitudes and salutations to Shruti Mata, holding on to whose feet we are able to sail through our outer and inner lives. Mutually also let us cherish good we are together trying our best at this level, which may not be the best or sufficient. But this humble beginning, surely, as it has happened in the case of everyone, will become a giant, great effort and achievement in due course. And thus, welcome, salutations, congrats to you all, the Jignasus, the Mumukshus, the Shishyas and the Bhaktas, the Sadhakas and the Sevakas, and the Shrotas and the Vidyarthis, the Dharma Samstavakas. Come, let's learn, grow together. In precise few words, sentences, what is spirituality? Spirituality is, first of all, increasing our awareness level. Second, awakening the intellect and becoming aware of the intellect. Third, with that intellect, we start becoming aware about what our upadhis of Vani, speech, Sharira, the body, senses, the other faculties, mind, even the buddhi. Always what are they doing with their respective capacities? This becoming aware with the intellect about what is being done through the upadhis is the beginning of spirituality. Awakening the intellect, we can call it as. Intellect can sleep and these faculties in an unruly manner do every nonsense. So, having this way becoming aware, again the questions. Are these happenings of the actions of the sharira, perceptions of the senses, more importantly, the speeches of the mouth, and the thoughts, emotions of the mind, intellect, are they serving the world? Are they helping the world? Are they making the world more happy and a better place? This awareness about our thoughts, words, and deeds is spirituality. Naturally, when we are aware, if the answer is yes, continue, improve upon it. If not, then learn what is the better way and change. This is spirituality, where I change myself so that my performance in the world is welcomed, received, and it is helpful. It is consoling. It is adding to the beauty and joy of the world. Second, again, what we do these with these faculties, are they in line with Shastras or not? And in fact, what we said now and what Shastra says is the same. Shastra adds one more thing. Shastra not only says that these faculties are to be employed in serving the world, Shastra also says these employing of faculties in the world or any other work done with this, are they helping in our own spiritual unfoldment, in our own nearing to the self, nearing to the truth? To this question, when we try to get the answer, then we know whether our life is really spiritual or not. Otherwise, with all the listenings, still our intellect will be dull. Therefore, it is always in vagueness and confusion regarding what exactly to be done at every moment and also in the long run. So, the Kaya, Vacha, Manasa, the Lokaseva, and with Kaya, Vacha, Manasa, those things by which we are nearing to the self, nearing to the truth, helping in the self unfoldment. है ना? So with the Vani, again the Shastra, Ucharanam, all of that, with the mind, Bhavanam, for our own Adhyatmika Jivana and Pragati in it. Most importantly, with the intellect, again and again, aware. Exactly again, what is the internal spiritual sadhana or achievement? Am I doing it or not? Totally, it is awareness through the intellect, becoming aware about our faculties, their functioning in the world outside and towards ourselves. In the world, not causing harm and disturbance, but giving peace, happiness to others. शास्त्रोक्त है वो, है ना? Yesterday we chanted the 16th chapter, last but one. ये शास्त्र विधिम उत्सृज्य, those who giving up the vidhi-vidhana to be lived as told by Shastra, vartate kamakarataha, behave unruly, licentiously, propelled by their own various kamanas. Nasa siddhim avapnoti, he will never succeed in that. Na sukham, nor the happiness, na parangatim, no evolution. Then only he says last sloka, tasmat, therefore, shastram pramanam te. For you, the Shastra alone is Pramana. For what? Karya, Akarya, Vyavasthitau. What to do, what not to do. Jnatva, therefore having known, Shastra Vidhana Uktam, what is said in the Shastra, Karma Kartum Iha Arahasi. You deserve, you are supposed to do the karma in this world. Very clear and ambiguous words. So then this awareness is increasing, awareness about the intellect is increasing. Intellect is not allowed to sleep, it is always awakened at every word that is uttered by my mouth. In that, the tone, tune, intention. Is it hurting the people or consoling them or encouraging them, etc.? So, to every action done, is it well disciplined? It is directed towards some achievement or not? Usefulness in the work. So too in the mind's intentions, purity. Is that mind always feeling for the welfare of the whole world? Is that mind feeling the genuine, pure love for the whole world? Because the whole world is divinity. Is that mind therefore is able to, at every moment, receiving the world, able to forgive whatever is to be forgiven, is able to feel for the others wherever it is to be felt. This awareness of my own mind and then doing it according to Shastra is the outer sadhana. So, to the internally also, intellect, is it becoming aware of the goal ultimate? Is the mind always feeling for that goal, strengthening its ichha for that goal, wanting to reach to that goal? Therefore, the body and senses, are they cooperating for it? The cooperation for body and mind for spiritualities, when they don't seek laziness or extrovertedness, when they don't create that nagging disturbances in the mind, At any given moment, the mind should be freed from the pulling of the body and senses and their demands. Intellect also should employ the mind positively wherever required, else keep it away, and the intellect should engage in the inquiry, engaging the contemplation, engaging in doing the research of the meaning and experience of the words that are given in Shastra about the self, which are the indicative definitions, which indicate to us the Paramatma through those words. So, intellect is pondering over those words, trying to visualize that object which is indicated through words. Of course, finally, that object is realized as our own subjective self. All the time engaging in this itself is called sadhana. What is samsara? First, the spiritual goal is totally forgotten. Second, the intellect is not that much aware. Third, the mind is ruling the life. Fourth, the friends of the mind, like the friend of Duryodhana, is the Karna, Shakuni, and Dushasana. So, too to the mind, the outer world of objects, the body and senses, and the vasanas. These three become when the friends. Then the vasanas of the mind, vasanas of the Karana Sharira coming to the mind level as the desires, or the perception of the world through the senses coming and creating desire in the mind. Then that mind is only seeking to fulfill those desires, and it is ordering and commanding intellect to do its work like a slave as to how that desire has to be fulfilled. That's what the intellect always is, thinking how to fulfill desire. That means that intellect is the slave of the mind which has the desire. It commands it because it has become a habit. That the intellect is a slave to the mind means whatever the mind's desires are there, to fulfill that only intellect functions. Isn't it? Like a Raja himself is very ugly, bad, and the mantri is also equally worst, misguiding him, like in that of kingdom of Ravana, etc. Actually, the buddhi should be the Raja. That Raja buddhi should be under the guidance of Shastra and Guru. In that only the two things are convinced. One, in the outer world, we are the servants of the world. In the inner world, we are the seekers of the truth. That intellect, having convinced like this, should command and order the mind, the senses, our body to function according to it. But then, when that intellect doesn't have that inner capacity, knowledge, wisdom, strength, practice, habit of commanding the mind senses, they become the rulers and the intellect becomes slave. And like in India, the non-Hindus become rulers and Hindus are always like slaves. मैं तो कहता हूँ 20-30 years, every Hindu has become so aggressive to change the entire system and trend of the whole country, make it 100% Hindu. Come what may for that. Anything to be done, any aggressive thing to be done, they should do and just wipe it off. That's all nonsense. In the same way, the intellect becomes so powerful in its knowledge of Shastra, guidance of the Guru, therefore very clear in its goal, outer and inner, and is able to command the senses, mind, body in doing them. And also, anything from the world, the experiences are coming because the world is a dynamic thing, continuously things are coming, happening, and they go on bombard us. Intellect is fully aware of everything that is reaching us, and it is fully aware of how to mold, convert them for its own goal of outer service, inner sadhana. When this is there, we are understanding spirituality. We are living spirituality. Little later on, the outer activities get reduced. Inner only the search goes on happening for that self. है ना? That the self which is the reality, which as per Shastra is superimposed by so many of the faculties or the upadhis, and उसको अनअर्थ करना है, इसको अनकवर डिस्कवर करना है, removing all these covers. And the basis for that is with the help of study of Shastras, Upanishads for few years as we are doing, the desire for the discovery of the self, desire for establishing in the true ultimate self should slowly, which was as a seed, should sprout and should become a plant, should become a strong big tree like. है ना? Without this first thing, all our spiritual sadhanas are semi, pseudo, or not to the point. Because you're not sure about what goal Shastra is indicating, elders are indicating, gurus with their experience. पहले उसको पकड़ ले. Then we are definite now as to what we have to do inside. I have to discover the sublime self, which is non-objective. It is true subjective. And again and again, when we ponder on this, whatever the vagueness is there, confusion is there, goes away. The whole understanding first becomes crystal clear. And the one who has clear understanding, he only will can plan properly to work according to that understanding and achieve the things which he understood to be the goals. May our Shastra Adhyanam does not go waste. May the Guru Parampara, Shruti Mata, Lord, bless us with this completeness of understanding, completeness of performance of the action, completeness of reaching the inner and outer goals. Goal is inside. Having reached it, the outside is everything is that Lord alone. Therefore, live the life of love and service, etc. Let us not be vague. Let us not be confused. Let us not be like as we were earlier, samsari, seeking only the world. Let us not be like the samsarins who are so uneducated like with spirituality. We are educated, we are studying. Therefore, that difference should be very clearly seen and experienced in us, isn't it? Then only we are transforming from being bound towards getting liberated. Mhm. This is what the essence of all Shastras put in whatever the Shastriya Bhasha, technical Bhasha, etc. That also we have to understand and we should understand in our own language. Then keep engaged in that throughout the day. Again, with all these knowledges, yet our sleepy nature, of which we are habitual, our running out nature, they make us again and again forget this very well thought of goal, make us forget the inspiration to reach that goal, and then a routine we become. Just like 1 hour in that puja, how beautifully participated. But the moment come out, again, same mind will pull towards the worldliness. So we have to be aware of them. Actually, that is the big challenge. The big challenge is not to forget the goal even a moment. Then only everything that only we do, which takes us towards the goal. Even though goal is set, sometimes we are doing some sadhanas to walk towards the goal. Yet why we are not reaching, why we are so worldly, at that time we have forgotten the goal. Or Paramatma Prapti alone is the goal. In that point, exclusiveness has not come. We are still in the delusion that both are required, both can go together. No, only Paramatma is required and Paramatma Prapti pursuing is exclusive. The other desires for the world cannot go. Mahata Kamahinena. See, Bhagavan Rama's first sentence to Kausalya Mata. Very first sentence, very first sadhana. Because in Kamana Purti Prayatnam, the Jiva Bhava, the Upadhis, the world. continue to be real. When they are continue, real, superimposed ones, then the substratum cannot be seen. When the snake is real, you can't see the rope at all. Therefore, giving up the outer thing as a goal. Goal is only Paramatma. This is the biggest challenge to reach to. If we can really achieve it, then our activities outside will be minimized only to that extent of whatever duties, dharmas we have. उतना ही करेंगे. Remaining whole time, energy is conserved for this inner journey. Let us see and conclude today the Vamadeva way of realizing the self by studying the fifth and sixth mantras of our second chapter of the Aitareya Upanishad of Rigveda. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayinam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Om Karunavarunalaya Palaya Mam Bhavasagara Dukkha Viduna Hrudam Rachaya Kila Darshana Tattvavidam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvataitam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavataitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tannamami Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha. Shri Aitareya Upanishad Acharyebhyo Namaha. वेदव्यास महर्षे नमः. ऐतरेय महर्षे नमः. आद्य शंकर महर्षे नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां योगभक्तिज्ञानवेदान्तादि साधनानां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरायाः पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा समस्त विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण विश्व एकता विश्व पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं ये ये साधकाः भक्ताः शिष्याः गुरवः आचार्याः संस्थाः आश्रमिणः श्रेयोभिलाषिणः अस्माकं सह अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये निष्ठिताः तेषां सर्वेषां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्यादि वीर्यादि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थम श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे साधनायाः अभि. ॐ मनस्तापतमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छटात् शरदिन्दुनिभाभाति तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम्. ॐ अथ ऋग्वेदान्तर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषद् शान्तिमन्त्रः. ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य माणेस्त श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासेः. अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्ददामृतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. पारायणम् अथ प्रथमः अध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः. Yesterday we concluded, so let us spend 2 minutes. Om Atma va idameka evagra asit nanyat kinchana mishat sa ikshata lokanusruja iti sa iman lokan asrujat ambho marichihi maram apaha अतः अम्भः परेण दिवं द्यौः प्रतिष्ठा अंतरिक्षं मरीचयः पृथिवी मरः या अधस्तात् ता आपः स ईक्षते मेनुलोका लोकपालान्नुसृज इति स अद्भ्य एव पुरुषं समुद्धृत्य अमूर्छयत् तम् अभ्यतपत् तस्य अभितप्तस्य मुखं निरभिद्यत यथा अंडं मुखात् वाक् वाचः अग्निः नासिके निरभिद्येतां नासिकाभ्यां प्राणः प्राणात् वायुः अक्षिणी निरभिद्येताम् अक्षिभ्यां चक्षुः चक्षुषः आदित्यः कर्णौ निरभिद्येतां कर्णाभ्यां श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रात् दिशः त्वं निरभिद्यत तचो लोमानि लोमभ्यः ओषधिवनस्पतयः हृदयं निरभिद्यत हृदयात् मनः मनसः चन्द्रमाः नाभिर्निरभिद्यत नाभ्या अपानः अपानान् मृत्युः शिश्नं निरभिद्यत शिश्नाद् रेतः रेतस आपः ओम शांति 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 फिफ्थ मंत्र तद उक्तम ऋषिणा I am chanting fifth mantra of the second khandam. Tad uktam ऋषिणा गर्भेनुसन् अन्वेषाम् अवेदम् अहम् देवानां जनिमानि विश्वा शतं मा पुर आयसीः अरक्षन् अधः शेनो जवसा निरदीयम् इति गर्भे एव एतत् शयानः वामदेवः evam uvacha. See, such very sublime things have so many ways to interpret, understand. Each understanding helps only in our unfoldment regarding the process of sadhana for self-realization. Precisely said, but completely said. Therefore, with active and alert mind intellect, if we study, we also get that complete picture precisely, well enough, sufficient enough to inspire us with full knowledge, knowing what exactly to do, what exactly to achieve. Okay, so the Udghata is what? In this way, at the Ajnana Dasha, the Jivas go through these three types of Janma, which is of hell like so much of Dukkha and Bandhana. Point one. Second, in one or the other life, in one or the other avastha, yasyam kasyam chit avasthaya, when he recognizes himself to be the self, which is indicated in the Shastra, then he is freed from this Janma Marana Samsara Bandhana and he is said to be Krutakritya, fulfilled, moksha. So the Yaya Kaya Avasthaya, in whichever are the Avastha, it can be possible. How? Depending on what is done till that moment in the entire past. Therefore, the two things are what? Anytime realization can happen, but not without doing sadhana. Therefore, with the faith that the realization will happen, keep on doing sadhana. Isn't it? Sadhana kal will lot of vagueness, confusion will be there naturally because you have not seen it, you have not realized. But as it goes in every of the field in the world, what is that? Attend to the process sincerely. When you do the process as it is to be done, the result automatically comes. So stick to the process with the clarity, then you will definitely reach to the goal. Okay, now what is said by the Rishi or Shrutimata? Very interesting, these three or four thoughts. Garbhe eva shayanaha vamadeva rishi etam uvacha. Okay, What did he say? Garbhe, one first thing is what? Garbhenu san anvesham avedam aham. So being in the garbha, I have done the anveshana and I came to know. What? Vishwa devanam janimani. Vishwa means survey. Devana means of the devatas. Janimani is janma. So the devatas who are considered to be higher than we, the human beings, of their janma only I came to apprehend when I am in the garbha. Understood that even reaching them is not the ultimate goal. Or it can be like, that's why I said no, it can be interpreted in so many ways. Every way can help us in some or the other understanding. Another thing is what? So I have known the janma of the devatas when I am in the garbha through obviously contemplation. Means what? He himself might be or must have been the devata in the loka higher because of his earlier lives punya. But as it is in Gita, Kshine punya, Marte loka vishanti. Isn't it that punya is over? Now he is thrown to the Marte loka through this process of being in the womb. So what should I do when I come out of the womb? Again do the worst things which take me to the Naraka, or the mediocre things which bring me to again the Artha, or do some noble things of Yajna, Upasana, Punya, which take me to the Swarga and higher lokas and make me Devata? All three are not perfect because even being a Devata is not permanent because I am pulled down. What to talk about being human or doing things to continue to be a human or doing those papa and adharma which take me to the naraka or pashuyoni. This is what Vamadeva is doing inside stomach. We have to understand. Therefore, to contemplate in this way regarding karma and karma phala, no condition is a condition. Anywhere, anytime, we can do it. Rather, we must do it. Converting can to the must is sadhana. We should do as he has done in the Garbha. He should have done long back, many Garbhas he went through, but he never thought. This time now he is. All his efforts of so many lives earlier of studying Shastras, thinking, contemplating, they all have led for his the finer and final contemplation and realization in this present womb. Therefore, before birth only, he realized the self. That is the main thought. So, even of Devatas, I have seen Janimani. And we told you the explanation for this is this very Upanishad. Where, how? The Devatas, under the command of the Lord, are born and they are endowed with the hunger and all. They are bound. They were begging for the places to stay. They were trying to eat the food. They could not. And they have to be the slaves to the human beings and under the command of the Lord. These Devatas. When the human beings do the yajna, the Varuna Deva will have to give the rain like a slave. Otherwise, the Lord who is commanding him will punish him. Understood, no? देवताओं का ही बात कह रहे हैं तो in the human life, whoever are imagining to be higher posted or positioned, all of them are bondages. In short, any identity other than the ultimate self, how much ever great it appears to be, is bondage only. To understand it, another funny explanation and example we see. Just imagine a dog or a cat is aware of the human life. Let us say they are not aware. वो तो अपने माहौल में रहते हैं. What do they think? Seeing the human being suited, booted, coated, educated and moneyed and enjoying the food, etc. All that, looking at it. The cat and dog may think, यार becoming human being can be a moksha. क्योंकि उनको नहीं है तो हमको है तो देखकर उसको लगता है कि becoming human being is a liberation. But they don't know how, as a human, we suffer in the bondage. Is it not? In the same way, for us, looking at all these devatas, it appears that that's a great state of liberation and all. And they know their plight, isn't it? That's what Vamadevaji in the Garbha only Anvesham Avedam Aham Devanam Janimani. So it also should indicate to us ki anything which is born is limited only by the birth itself, obviously by the modifications, finally, inevitably with the death. So, what it certainly should tell us, therefore, only one thing in which there is a moksha, and that is that in which there is no birth, there is no death, naturally, there is no in between modifications. And what it is, the self only. So, this way, in this contemplation, for anything, everything other than Paramatma, Vamadevji developed Vairagya. That we have to catch. And we have to do the same in our life. Till that happens, our study of Shastras under our Gurus, teachers, and our own Swadhyaya, our own Manana Chintana, we have to go on doing. लेकिन खाना बनने तक बनाते जाना है, खाना पेट भरने तक खाते रहना है, घर बनने तक बनाते जाना है इन लाइफ. सेम वे जो कन्विक्शन पाना है पाने तक वो कन्विक्शन देने वाले शास्त्रों का अध्ययन करते रहना. और ये कन्विक्शन अदर देन रियलाइजिंग आवर एसेंशियल सेल्फ. Any birth of any seemingly highest grade also is nothing but bondage. Isn't it? The birth itself is bondage, means in the birth, then small little experiences with little efforts and facilities, they all are not moksha, they are also binding. So then he, after in this way, having seen the devatas, janma, plight, and even their disappearance, he focused on himself. When he focused on himself, Shatam Ma Puraha means hundreds and hundreds of Puras. Ma means Mam, Mujhe. Which are these Puras? Obviously, the Deha made of Panchakoshas. Okay? Or the life made up of the Deha, the Panchakosha, Anna Prana. Shatamma, hundreds and hundreds. I to five kosha. But every life, five, five, five. So that's how it is said hundreds of times. Puraha, Shatam Puraha. Hundreds of the towns means hundreds of lives. Which are these Puraha? Ayasihi. The iron. Into, so to say, very powerful, very strong shackles. Another wooden or thread cotton made. Jails are not made. Jails are made with iron only. So that even if you want to run iron, the iron will not allow you to run. It's so strong. He is iron means very strong, means very strong bondage with the panchakoshas. Like pinjare mein panchi ki tarah, we were bound. Feel clear about it. Don't be vague in this understanding. Mam Shatah Puraha, Ayasihi Puraha. Hundreds of the times, hundreds of the Puras, that is the Panchakosha Yukta Dehas, Shatam, hundreds of them, Ayasihi, as strong as the iron ones. What did they do? Arakshan Adaha. Niche hi, only to human life, they tied down. Oh. Arakshan. Here, Raksha is not a positive word. Raksha means generally protection. Yeah, Arakshan means negative meaning. Like the Pehredar for the inmate of the jail. He is doing the Raksha. From the inmate of the jail standpoint, what is the meaning of he is doing Raksha? Not allowing them to run away or escape. In the same way, the Jiva is not allowed to run away from the Jiva Bhava and escape into the Atmanubhava by these shackles, the iron. That meaning is called the meaning of the word Arakshan. Rakshan, that is Arakshan Adaha. नीचे पकड़ के खींच के ऐसे मीन्स identify the upadhi, living life only at the level of upadhis. That's what going on happening. Up to this is one idea. Okay. See, Janmantaram Bhava na Paripaka Vashat. How did he do that contemplation? Again, I'm just seeing the Bhashya. Because of Janmantara Bhavana Paripaka, like today's introduction. Our 15 minutes of introduction today was focusing on that point. For many, many Janmas, because I was doing the study from the Guru, doing his own Bhavana, all of that became Paripaka to him in the stomach. Like a woman who is carrying that delivery pains can come anywhere. She may be in an auto or a flight में रह सकती है, घर में होएगी, washroom में होएगी, बरामदे में. What time they come, we don't know. That's why those few days don't go anywhere. That sort. So too, what time our Janmantara bhavanas become paripakva, we don't know. In case of Vamadeva, it happened in his latest birth when he was in the womb. In that what he has understood, Devanam Vag Agnyadinam Janimani Janmani Vishwa Vishwani means Sarvani Avedam Aham. I have known. Aho Anubuddhavan Asmi Ityartha. I have known there are also births and flights and they are not very enchanting, etc. In that inquiry of Vamadeva, what we have to learn from him is unbiased inquiry, by which he understood that even they also have limitation, thus his mind is not attracted towards them. ये सिर्फ वेदांत ही हमको बता देता है. When Vedanta teaches about the permanent Paramatma, with that knowledge, anything appears to be tempting or appears to be like a goal. We just think, is it permanent or not? It is not permanent, therefore I don't want that goal. Not permanent, very gross, and also it has got the tendency to enslave us. They cannot be our goals. This understanding is the contribution of Vedantic Shastra study. Then we don't choose any one of them as the goals. What is left is Paramatma only. So he alone is our goal. So I have seen the birth of Devatas. Vamadeva said point one. Second, about himself. Shatam means Anekaha means Bhakvyaha. Many, many. What? Mam means mujhe. Me. Many, many. What are the many, many? Puraha. So me, I am bound by. Me was bound by many, many Puraha. Hundreds of them. Made out of what? Ayasihi. Ayasyaha. Lohamayaha iva. What is the meaning of why the word Lohamayi is given? Ayasi is given for that Puras. Hundreds of the Puras made out of iron. Why it is said so? Abhedyani. So what are the Puras? Obviously Sharirani. So Abhedyani Sharirani iti Abhiprayaha. What is the meaning of the iron like Abhedyata of the Shariras? Is we are not able to come out of the identity of them. अभेद्य है, उसको छोड़कर नहीं आ पा रहे. इवन दिस लाइफ है ना, हाउ मच कॉन्शियसली इफ यू रियली आस्क. ये थोड़ा शर्म करवाने वाला क्वेश्चन है, बट फिर भी पूछेंगे. हम तो दोस्त हो गए ना इतने दिन से. फ्रॉम 4-5 years every day we are listening to classes, all that I am not there, mana indriya and all, I am Atman. How much of these attachment to the upadhis we have broken, we have come out of it. We have not even accepted the Vedantic knowledge. ऐसे फेंक के हम जा रहे हैं. That is the power of the iron-like power of the Sharira tying down us to its own identity. Because throughout the days, our activities are even now based on Dehosmi, for the sake of Deha only maximum. You have not even gone to the mind's emotions level, intellects level. शरीर में ही है ज़्यादातर. बाकी मन बुद्धि भी शरीर के लिए काम कर रहे हैं. That is the meaning what he says. आयसी ही अवेद्यानि शरीराणि इति अभिप्रायः. शरीर तादात्म्य से छुटवाते नहीं, वो पकड़ के रखते भाई. वॉट एवर द वे. So far I was going through. And it means every life he was trying to do the Bhedanam of the Ayasi like of Pura, the Sharira. Means he was trying to detach from the Deha Tadatmya sadhana. With every time, in every time he was doing little sadhana to detach from Aham Dehosmi. इसको हमें वहाँ समझना है. Actually, any chain can be broken only when you go on hitting it, तब वो टूटता है. Pausing, I am just allowing it to the sink, that thought. Enough of it. I allowed the iron like of chains of the Dehosmi to bind me. So, Sharirani Tavipraya, Arakshan means Rakshitavatya means Samsara Pasha Nirgamanatu. Not allow, Nirgaman means going out. Then Sharira Samsara Pasha means from the ropes of Samsara. From the ropes of samsara, I wanted to do nirgamana or go out. They have not allowed. Those ayasi sharira tadatmyas. That is the meaning of raksha here. Not a positive meaning, but that way. Adaha means only niche. Means all my thoughts, all my actions were not urdhvam regarding Paramatma, but adho only regarding fulfilling the desires of the shariradi, etc. ऊंचा मैंने सोचा नहीं, नीचे का ही सोचा. Other means stomach and the things below. That's it. Now the next one is atha. Atha means idanim, now. Mangalavachakam. Be attentive. Shyena iva, like the eagle, vulture, jalam bhitva, having broken the jalam, the shackle, the snare, bhitva. है ना? And to break this jalam of the iron maid, you need to have the strength. Therefore, javasa. Java means the speed and strength. Java sattva कहते हैं. Sattva is strength. Java is the speed because of the strength, aggressiveness. Where from this sattva or Java came for breaking these shackles iron ka? That is the important question. Na? In every life, I was bound. In this life, like Shena, he became to break the shackles. Where from they came? Only one sentence कहते हैं आत्मज्ञान कृत सामर्थ्येन. The Java, the Javasa, the Java, the strength came from the samarthya, which gave Atmajnana Krita Samarthya. Understood? Atmajnana. In that Atmajnana, the glory of the Atman is understood by me. That it is infinite, it is one without second, is birthless, changeless, deathless. Therefore, being one with it is the state of not only liberation, but blissful also. This all is called Atmajnana. And the more we know the importance and value of something, and the more we become desirous of it, the more we become stronger in the desire for it. To possess it, you become so restless to do that thing. Do something to possess that. करते हैं कि नहीं हम? We have gone through it every day. Every day we are going through some desires. संकल्प के रूप में आते हैं, नहीं चाय पीना है. Slowly becomes desire. It becomes so strong that you tell somebody बना के दे दो या खुद बनाकर पी लेते. So the making the tea and drinking has happened from where the sattva कहाँ से आया जब? Because of the glory of the tea. That's गर्मी सर्दियाँ हैं, थोड़ा चाय हो जाए तो बढ़िया रहेगा. So the chai ka jnana gave sattva to break the shackles of being on the bed, go to the kitchen, make the tea, drink. Any such example. So too, the Atma Jnana, when it is thorough, that it is only the truth, it alone is reality. It is infinite. Its nature is bliss. It is pure existence. It is birth and modification, death and changeless. Discovering it alone is moksha. Anything other than it is bondage. All this is Atma Jnana. With the Atma Jnana thoroughly understood comes the Sattva. With this, the Java will come. These two will see that the shackles of Dehosmityadi are broken. So, if we are not trying and achieving to come out of the Deha Tadatma, means our Atma Jnana is not as Drudha as it is required. Because that alone gives strength. Because Vamadeva को वही ने strength दिया. आत्म ज्ञान कृत सामर्थ्य. समर्थता कहाँ से आया? सामर्थ्यम, कैपेसिटी, आत्मज्ञान. So therefore, the four things are what? Atmajnana we have to gain. One, that Atmajnana should create the intense Atma Prapti desire in us. Two, that Atma Prapti desire should create such a tremendous strength in us. Three, with that strength, all the doings along with the identity that Aham Dehosmi Ityadi, those shackles on the seat of meditation, even in Vyavahara, we should be able to break and discover that freedom and independence. Like the Shena broken the shackles and in the infinite sky, with so much freedom, it is flying now. I'm pausing and studying slowly because very crucial topics they are. Summary of all the Vedantic Jnanam and to be understood and practiced sadhanas. So, Atma Jnana Kruta Samarthyena Javasa Shena Iva. That is the meaning. Shena Iva Jalam Bhitva. Having broken this iron jalam, the snares or shells, whatever they are, the jailing, etc. So, atha shena iva jalam vitva javasa atmajnana kuta samarthyena. What have you done? Niradiyam means nirgata asmi. Now I am out of the bondage of being in the deha tadatmya. Bahar aa gaya main. But it's very subtle. Huh? No, it is not gross like you opened the door and came out or you came out of the jail. ऐसा स्थूल में नहीं, उसी अर्थ में सूक्ष्म में समझना है. So therefore, to Vamadeva now, Atma, which is all pervading, it is me. That Anubhava has come. In that Anubhava, all Upadis, including this Panchakosha also, are like the waves on the water. Wave never disturbs the water. In that way, they may be coming, going, staying and all, but he is not bound by them. That ignorance shackle is broken. The wisdom knowledge came as an experience that I am that. Nirgata asmi. Niradiyam means nirgata asmi. Oh, the Shastra आश्चर्य के साथ श्रुति माता herself is saying what? गर्भे एव शयानः. गर्भ में रहते, शयाना means staying, not sleeping. Being in the womb only, Vamadeva Rishihi achieved this and evam uvacha and spoke out this. Etatato. These are all the reports of Vamadevaji. So therefore, all that indicates that spiritual unfoldment is conscious knowing, conscious efforts, conscious achievement. Consciously know, I know that I am bound because of the upadis. Consciously I also know that I have to discover myself and then only liberation. Then consciously I know how to do all those sadhanas and efforts I am putting consciously. And finally, I am conscious that no more I am bound by the upadis. I am the infinite self. That is why today's our introduction also, increasing the awareness. And see the difference between the most subconscious, unconscious state में रहने वाले गर्भावस्था में Vamadevaji is highly conscious. And we, after being born as human and lived for some life, here where we are supposed to be highly conscious, we are absolutely like sleepy to the truth. So whether he is conscious in the tentatively sleepy place of womb, or we are sleepy in the place where we are supposed to be conscious. Both of them are the results of long time of sadhana. He tried to become conscious, therefore, even in the utter sleepy place, also he was conscious. We never tried to be aware or conscious. We were only conscious of the Deha Tadatmya and only living life at that level. To spirituality, we are zero. That is the meaning of Yanisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagarti Samyami Yasyam Jagarti Bhutani Sanisha Ashyato Munehe गीता में जहाँ सब लोग सोते हैं उस आत्म तत्व को ये ऋषि जागृत हुआ और जो संसार जगत जिसको वो लोग जागृत होते हैं to that he is sleeping. So if now we try to become conscious continuously about the goal, about the means, and it is maintained in every life. In one of the life, the revelation happens like Vamadeva, not necessary in the womb, anywhere. So the wombness is because of his prarabdha, the sharira going through. But inner seeker in him was continuously seeking. And that fructified, that whole seeking has matured here in this garbha. So by myself giving value importance to the Panchakoshas, I made in every life the Panchakosha Yukta Upadis to be like iron chain, not allowing me to fly high as a spiritual self. Then आत्मज्ञान पा 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 पाकर सामर्थ्य को इतना बढ़ाना है कि become like Shena and break open the identity with the upadis. This information given, each of you and I have to make it a knowledge and then try to live that knowledge consciously. That is spiritual sadhana. At the information level only, if we are sleepy and never try to make it our own knowledge through contemplation, how can there be desire to realize it? And how can there be efforts? How can there be सामर्थ्य? नहीं है, इसलिए हम छोटा सा कोई देह मन का प्रॉब्लम आता है, वी आर पुल्ड ओनली टू, वी आर एट दैट लेवल ओनली. पुलिंग भी एक बड़ी बात है कहना. ओनली एट दैट लेवल वी आर स्टिल स्टक अप, उपाधि लेवल. So therefore निरंतर आत्मज्ञान मनन चिंतन with the develop the सामर्थ्य. And over a small bird to be bound in the Panchakosha like a shena, break open these shackles and fly high in a Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti. So, two subjectivities. Huh? It is nothing objective through this the sense to seen through senses. It is in our own active and alert mind and intellect, these understandings. Subtle they are. That mind understanding only where the manipulations for the desires etc is happening. In the same anabuddhi, that is removed. है ना? वही दुकान जिसमें दवा दारू बिकता था, उस पूरा बेच दिया और दारू को दुकान को. देन इट इज नीट एंड क्लीन मेड और उसी दुकान में अभी पूजा सामग्री बेच रहे हैं. That mind alone, intellect alone, in which the only Arthakama world was being contemplated, worked for, in the same mind intellect, now about the Atma Vastu, its glory, why it has to be gained, how it has to be gained, ye wala dukan kholna hai. That gives the Java Samarthya. With that, on the seat of meditation, we will be able to withdraw from the Upadhi Tada. Again and again we have to do it. Hundreds and thousands of attempts. है ना? Why so many attempts? Again we are telling, no, which day what prarabdha of our earlier past actions come and demoralize our sadhana, we don't know. We are not the unilateral, straight growing people. No. We are the product of the past, and lot of past is there to influence us at every day, every moment. That's why every moment only we are not in the same mood and same inspiration, same effort. हर मिनट में हम बदल ही रहे हैं, हर घंटा हम बदल रहे, हर दिन बदल रहे. Someday, without any effort, also we are so active and dynamic, and every sadhana done, every understanding happens. Another day, lakh koshish karo, you can't even come out of the slumber sleep. So we have to know and we have to negotiate with them. Half of it is because of prarabdha, half of it is yesterday only, whatever wrong food I have eaten, wrong things I have done, वो भी influence करता है. Therefore, if tomorrow my sadhana has to be better, in my hands today, whatever is conducive for it, that I have to do. Whatever is non-conducive, I have to avoid. This is the first sadhana. Then, even though I have done my best, still, if the prarabdha is bad, I may be pulled some here and there. Suddenly, मैंने कल इतना कोशिश की फिर भी माइंड ऐसा, ये भी हो सकता है. या गुड प्रारब्धा, whole mind will be quiet, then do sadhana. So, in that way, immediately we should not disturb ourselves, our sadhana by wrongdoings. With prarabdha, whatever comes, we go through negotiation. That goes on ending. प्रारब्ध तो आप नया ऐड नहीं कर रहे हो तो खत्म होता जाता है. And with Guru's God's Krupa, if you really worship them, they will adjust prarabdha in such a manner that sadhana is not disturbed. ये कैपेसिटी तो होता है भगवान को. These are a very intricate, subtle things about which we need not know. But we pray to them, they take care. So, Garbhe eva Shayanaha Vamadeva Harushi evam Vacha iti etatu. Okay. Now, the concluding mantra of this particular Khanda or the Adhyaya, let us say second one. What it is, we'll do the mantra chanting, see the meaning. Tomorrow we do the Bhashyam. We may, tomorrow itself we may start our third and last Adhyaya also of this beautiful Aitareya Upanishad. So vivid, so complete it is. For those who are fully engrossed in the study of this Upanishad with Bhashya from A to Z, it's a great inspiration, information, guidance, etc. You and I are distracted into so many other shastras also, so much of worldliness also. Therefore, our attentiveness is 200% not to this. Therefore, we may be forgetting. But if someone is managed himself, then he can remember Atma Apaidam Agra Asit, Ekameva Agra Asit. From there onwards, the development of all thoughts. Okay, just chant the mantra. Sa evam vidvan asmat sharira bhedat urdhvam utkramya amushmin swarge loke sarvan kaman aptva amrutah samabhavat samabhavat. Once more. Sa evam vidvan asmat sharira bhedat urdhvam utkramya amushmin स्वर्गे लोके सर्वान् कामान् आप्त्वा अमृतः समभवतु समभवतु. Evam, in this way, saha vidwan, that wise person. Anyone like Vamadeva now. Asmat sharira bhedat urdhvam utkramya. After the body perishes, rising above, amushmin swarge loke. In that loka of the Atma Vastu. Here Swarga is not the Swarga. Already bataya Devatam ka flight. How can you hear Swarga? You know, in Upanishad Vedas, Swarga is a word for Atma also. Later on in Purana Itihasa, Swarga is only the Devata ka loka. ऐसा word define करते आए तो up to us, that's what information given to us. Therefore, whenever the word Swarga is used, immediately we remember Indra and all of that. That is a conditioned teaching given to us. Actually, Swarga means Paramatma also. Swaha Gaha. Swarga means Swasmin Gamanam. Swarga is the word Swar and Ga. Swaha means Swasmin. Ga means Gamanam. Therefore, the self-knowledge is Swarga there. So, Amashmin Swarge Loke Sarvan Kaman Aptva. And this I need not explain to you know that the experience of the Atman is so full that in that the experience of the sukha of the fulfillment of the all desires is included. And this is it like the ending happiness, like the karma phala? No, amrutaha. Samabhavatu. Samabhavat. He has become, and everybody becomes so immortal, experiencing bliss of all desires fulfilling at one go. That person, whoever, in this way, strengthening the Atma Jnana with that Shakti, when they break open the shackles of Aham Panchakosha Asmi and enter into with the same speed, Aham Atma Asmi Brahma Asmi, these are his results. And what Bhashyakara beautifully says, we will study tomorrow. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः ओम तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु थैंक यू